What is up, everybody? How's everybody doing today, man? You already know I'm a go. It's your boy B back with another video. And I have been asked a question, and I'm doing this video because I care about what you guys need, and this has shown to be a really important topic to a lot of people. All right, so number one, I'm not just waking up. I'm honestly, y'all, I just got back from the warehouse. I am tired. If you don't know who I am, my name is Brandon Jones, and I specialize in helping you make an extra income. And the reason why I said I'm not just waking up is the reason I'm in my room, y'all, and I'm honestly just filming this video now is because I have a person in Atlanta that started phone flipping around a year and 6 months ago, right? One of my first phone flipping students, he has expanded to actually being in 6 states all at once. I just got off the phone with him. I was on the phone with him while I was driving in my car home. And it dawned on me because one of the students in the academy, if you guys don't know about the Reselling Academy, the link is below. Join the Reselling Academy. In this academy, you're given courses. You're giving really detailed courses. I always upload something new, whether it's the art of negotiation, phone flipping 101, eBay mastery, how to master selling on eBay, how to master selling on Mercari. Also, we have 2 weekly events currently. We have the Q&A on Wednesdays, and we have Sundays where we do our plan of attack, where entrepreneurs come together and we are actually planning our weeks together. And I'm happy to say, coming next Monday, I will be doing my first live phone flipping course, which this is going to be a live course where you're going to join me every Monday, and I'll be there for Q&A. I'll be there to give you guys instruction, and it is literally a whole detail, and you can go to hustlertaughtme.com to see the whole curriculum, but this is like a college course, right? And I'm teaching you how to phone flip. And I'm so fortunate to be able to have awesome students. And the way I look at it is anybody can buy a course. And I've told you guys this all the time. Anybody can buy a course, right? Like you can buy a course, watch a video. Some people with their courses, they also include PDFs, worksheets. All of that is cool. But let me ask you something. Imagine you being in middle school and then graduating to go to high school. And you're just literally told to go into a class with no instructor, just a TV screen playing a video and a packet of worksheets. While some people may come out of that classroom knowing how to solve equations and learning everything they need to, some people won't. Some people will walk out and feel lost because they didn't have the instruction, right? They didn't know. They weren't able to tailor their questions towards the individual so that they can become more aware of the lesson based on how they have a adaptive learning style. So some people love to learn via video. Some people love to learn via worksheet and via writing. Some people like to be talked to. Some people, it's all different type of styles. And that's how I view these courses nowadays and the phone flipping academies. All of that stuff is great. That's why I call mine the Reselling Academy, because you can resell phones and products. But I want it to be a hub for everybody. Now, in this video, we're going to be talking about how you are supposed to run a phone flipping business. And this is all, in my opinion, obviously, but I've seen this actually work for a lot of people. And I hope that it works for you as well. And if you guys join my academy, or if you are in the academy, keep me updated. But phone flipping is not supposed to be a single person job. If you are phone flipping and you plan to just do it by yourself, yes, you can do it. But what it does is it puts a ceiling over your head, obviously, because you can't meet 10 people throughout the day, right? Like it's not going to work. You're not going to be able to network with people seamlessly and maybe you might do it a day or two, right? Because if we're literally being literal, you probably can meet 10 people a day if everybody just meets, doesn't talk, just hands you the phone, you hand them the money, and then you drive to the next person, right? But on a consistent basis, you're not getting 10 sales or buying 10 phones a day. Also, you're not necessarily going to have the capital all the time to just buy up phones. So if you buy 10 phones a day for a week, I mean, not everybody's going to have enough capital to buy the iPhone 13s, even iPhone 11s, all the way up to the 15s and 16s, right? So you have to understand when you first start phone flipping, yes, it's all about you, and you are supposed to be learning how to master the art of phone flipping. Master one, how do I want to sell my phones, right? Do I want to sell to a wholesale buyer? Do I want to sell to a consumer? A wholesale buyer is somebody that is buying a device in the position of buying it, then reselling it either overseas or, overseas, basically. That's like all wholesale buyers, right? Trinidad, China, Australia, Hawaii, which is still in the state, but those places where if they're on an island, they don't have as many resources like we do to get the devices that we're getting, right? If they're overseas, their money may stretch longer, which means that device will be worth more, and essentially you'll get paid more. So there's always different ways to sell, especially with a wholesale seller or wholesale buyer, excuse me. A consumer is going to be somebody that is buying a phone based upon the value they deem. So it will be a person buying a phone for them to actually use themselves, or somebody buying a phone for a gift. You catch my drift, right? So that's going to be what the ways you can sell devices are. And you're supposed to be mastering which one you want to do, or if you want to do both, mastering both. And then after that, of course, you want to gain insight on finding these people, especially if they're wholesale sellers, finding a list of them. So we have the buyer's price list, for example, 50 buyers, 25 in this country and 25 out internationally. It's important that you have this foundation, right? Because you need to know where you're going to sell these phones, and you got to know exactly what the market value is. That's why you're getting all those buyers, so that you can see, oh, hey, before I make this offer on this iPhone 14 Plus, I know that this buyer offers me this buyer offers me that. You already know, okay, this is what the device is worth, right? So you're gathering all of this information, and you also have to learn where do I want to go and attack to try and find these phones. To start out, people use Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp, right? So using an OfferUp, prime example, you can find phones in your local area. You just have to then know how to negotiate. So phone flipping is not all that easy. It's not just, oh, hey, just watch a video and phone flip. That's not how it works, right? But a lot of people, they try to make it seem as if it's that simple, when in all retrospect, to see great results, it's not that easy. Okay, you have to have that foundation. You have to grow off of that foundation. And most importantly, you have to maximize the foundation. Now, let's say you do everything that I just said, you're maximizing. Oh, I forgot. You got to learn how to flip your money. You need to know how to have a change fund, and know exactly how much you want to start with every single week, know how to take away from your profit, separate your profit from true profit, to then knowing what out of that profit you want to reinvest into your change fund. You have to know all of this stuff. And knowing all of this stuff, maximizing all of this stuff, puts you in a position to where you now are a master phone flipper. You're making some good money. And when I say phone flipper, don't get it twisted. We're talking about switches. We're talking about PlayStation 5s, AirPod Maxes. We're talking about Apple AirTags. We're talking about phones, tablets, smartwatches, iCloud lock phones, any type of device that uses a cellular service. Even, iPad, some of them are Wi-Fi. These devices you can flip. So you master that. What's next? Because see, when you become a phone flipper and you're mastering, you start to reach a ceiling. So that's why, when you are when you're looking on YouTube, and then you see people with a whole trunk full of iPhones, that's a key indicator that somebody is scamming. You know what I mean? That's a key indicator that somebody is finessing. And the reason I say that is because getting all of those phones isn't that easy, especially all at once. But people do it. But how do you scale? Because it's like one person can only do but so much. So we do have the find a fee strategy, where what you do is, instead of just using your money and only your money and only your platform to find people selling phones. You can hire a brother in another state or a friend in another state and say, hey, I'll pay you I'll give you a finder's fee, or you charge me a finder's fee, excuse me, when you find a phone and I buy it, right? That is one of the biggest and what I see the most successful ways to be able to branch and actually start your phone flipping business. See, when you're doing phone flipping just by yourself, it is a business in one sense, but we're talking about making this an LLC. You can label it a buyback company, whatever type of company you want, but now you're actually 1099ing people and you're actually putting it to where they're able to make money. And where you actually connect is you give them a price. They are putting up their money. Okay, so I'm gonna give an example because this can become complicated. I live in Philly right now. Let's say I got somebody in Atlanta. What I can do is, since I know that this person's in Atlanta, I could say, hey, person in Atlanta, do you want to become a mobile buyback expert with Mobile Buyback LLC, right? Says yes. Okay, cool. So this is what we'll do. Every phone that you buy, you can either use my money or you can use yours. If you use your money, we'll make your finder's fee X amount of dollars. If we use my money, obviously it's going to be lower. I'll pay you X amount of dollars. Now, if you get 5 phones a week, I'll pay you in advance. I'll pay you a little spiff. I'll pay you more money, right? Like you're setting a commission structure for people to find you phones. Now, if you need my money, what will happen is I need you, one, to inspect the phone when you see the person. I also need you to, you can make your own procedures. Snap photos, send them to me. And once I approve, I'll cash app you the money. And then you can cash app it to the customer, or you can take it off the ATM or whatever. You have to make it to where you build your own structure. So I tell a lot about the structure in my class. So I don't want to go too much into it because it is very confusing if you don't understand the proper steps. But a lot of people are asking me, how do I scale? That's how you scale. Because if I have this person in Atlanta, you know, they're working a 9 to 5. Like, I'm not trying to substitute their real job, right? So you got to understand, I'm not trying to take away from other people's incomes. No, I'm just trying to help you make some extra money on the side. That's how you got to approach it. You can't approach it like, oh, well, I'm trying to make this person $1,000 a week. No, you set the right commission structure to where they can make it, but they would have to want to actually do it. Now, the type of people to attack, I will give you guys this tip, are people that are always around phones, or people that are always around customers. That's really important. I have a lot of people in about 35 states that work in cell phone stores that use me and buy phones instead of trading them in the stores. That actually makes me a great amount of money. So what I'm telling you guys is, if you want to learn how to scale your business, you have to understand that it's not just going to be you. You got to find people that will actually help you find other people that are selling phones so that you can broaden your horizon and so that you can actually have a far reach. All right. And I teach more about this in my community. Again, we have that Q&A session every single Wednesday. Yesterday's was great. Today is Thursday, by the way. And we also have a bunch of different tactics. And also in my community, you can reach me directly. You just send a message to me, and it's a app. Send a message to me and I answer immediately. Like, it's not like any disconnect. Okay. So definitely join the community. Link is below. Join that Phone Flipping Academy as well. It starts next week. It will be replays. It's literally me making sure that I'm building an army of phone flippers, because eventually what I really want is everybody to be able to walk out well equipped so they can make the money work for them and not work for the money. So to answer the question of how you outsource or how you scale, you need to get other people to find devices for you. develop a commission structure. And if you are somebody that is smart enough to pick up what I just put down, you can do it right now. Design your commission structure on what you're willing to pay somebody, and put up a Craigslist ad, put up a Facebook ad, a TikTok ad, and start looking for mobile buyback experts. Because some people want extra income but don't want to clock in a 9 to 5. All right, so label it as an independent contract. It's so many different ways to do this, guys. But that's how you scale. You don't scale by just sitting there buying phones just by yourself. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.